Turning the corner for the 6th race, getting ready for the start. And away they go. Pantheon Hanover and Marshall Bliss are out together. Sir Jake Zetam's going to come away in 3rd, perhaps 4th if Big Game can get around him, and Big Game just did. So Marshall Bliss crosses over, met with the challenge of Pantheon Hanover as that one strides by to take over command. Marshall Bliss back to 2nd, break of 2 to Big Game and another 2. To a bit of a slow starting Sir Jake Zetam in 4th. Iammrbrightside is 5th, followed by Sirius Major, and All-Star Energy is taken back to last, 9.5 lengths off the pace setter, and that's Pantheon Hanover, who clicks off a first quarter in 27-3 and 1 of 2 4 to 5 shots on the board. Pantheon Hanover leads it by 2 with Marshall Bliss in the pocket spot and a break of 2 to Big Game in 3rd. Sir Jake Zetam next in line. Iammrbrightside will have to make up about 6 lengths as he paces in the 5th spot in front of Longshot Sirius Major and All-Star Energy. So Pantheon Hanover, the class droppers, the head honcho as they head to the half, and he bests Marshall Bliss by a length and a half with Big Game 3rd. Sir Jake Zetam is thinking about making a move to the outside, and he will now with an uphill climb ahead of him. Mr. Brightside will pick up the cover, but will the cover thrive? That's the question for that invader. 57-3 for the half, 30 seconds for the 2nd quarter. So it's Pantheon Hanover still on top by a little more than a length. Marshall Bliss getting the dream trip here. Sir Jake Zetam on a little bit of a gain on the outside, enough to carry Iammrbrightside into contention. Now he's just 3.5 lengths off the lead. A bottled up 5th is Big Game as they pace down the backstretch, and an untested Pantheon Hanover is set to check in at 3 quarters, and he'll do so in 1:26-1, 28-3 for the 3rd quarter for the offensive-minded Pantheon Hanover, who's got his game face on, but he's going to need it as Iammrbrightside's tipping 3 wide now to become a threat, and those 2 co-favorites are going to square off in the stretch, and they'll be joined by Marshall Bliss, who's ready to pop the pocket as they turn for home. And the water getting a little deep for Pantheon Hanover. Iammrbrightside charging hard. In between a Marshall Bliss, Big Game in the lane. Trying to dig in as Pantheon Hanover, but here's Iammrbrightside to put the swoop to the group. Iammrbrightside up in time, 1:55-1. Number 5, Iammrbrightside first. It's a photo for place. Finishing 2nd, number 4, Pantheon Hanover. 3rd goes to the 8, All-Star Energy. And 3, Big Game was 4th. Heading back to victory lane is the 5, Iammrbrightside, owned by the Blind Switch Racing Stable of Cortland Manor, trained by Jose Godinez, and driven to victory by Bruce Aldrich. First win of the year for Iammrbrightside, who comes from the back of the pack to win it in 1:55-1 and establish a seasonal mark. And results are official. 5-4